another view of the fire station, and that's Volusia Golf Course. We just went by just a while ago. The driving range was on that side of the road of Volusia, and I'm on this side of Morris Boulevard now, heading down to Osceola area. See if there's any housing going on down there, and then also the Rohan Rec Center's down there. That's the newest regional rec center for this area. Remember, the regional rec centers is where you get your guest passes. That's where the sports pool's at. That's where the tennis courts, pickleball courts, not only the tennis, there's pickleball courts and tennis courts at your neighborhood rec center too, but they usually have different styles of things at the regional. Like they'll have platform tennis. I don't even know what that is. Sometimes they'll have like maybe a beach volleyball set up. The sports pool is where you do your practice laps. The rule here is you're not allowed to practice lap at your neighborhood pool because that's not what it's for. But I will tell you that if you go out early enough in the morning or later in the afternoon or evening when nobody's out there, you can probably do your practice laps if there's nobody there, and you won't have any problem. But if it's a pool full of people and you're practice lapping, don't get mad when they get in your way, because you're the one violating the rule. You're not supposed to practice lap in any of the neighborhood pools. Just be aware of that. But there's some more of those courtyard villas right there. Courtyard villas are very, very popular. And if I had the money and I wanted to be up north half the year and down here half the year, you know, it's something to really think about. They're a nice way of doing it. Patio villas is another type of villa. They're usually less expensive. I don't think there's any exception, but all patio villas are 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Anywhere north of 44 Brownwood area, north, they're all car and a half garage, or what they would call 1 car and 1 golf cart garage. You get down to Feeney, now see, here's where they throw in a little bit of extra for you to get you to buy down there in that area. In Feeney, they have a few, and I don't know how many that is, but I do know they got a few that, believe it or not, it's a 1.5 car garage, 1 car, 1 golf cart garage on the house, and then at an angle there's a 2nd car garage. I don't know exactly how it works, but do I want to go this way? Yeah, I want to go this way. But they do have that down there. So, and it's basically the same price. I saw them down there for like $180, $185. Okay, we're getting down by the Osceola area. Got to cross this tunnel right here. And right there is their neighborhood rec center. It's a little different than most. There's their pool. That's the rec center. There's their, I don't know what they're playing, bocce ball it looks like. And then shuffleboard, tennis courts, pickleball courts, and whatever else they got in there. It's hard to tell. Now I'm going to try to get over there here in a little bit. Right over there is the entrance to the Osceola, village of Osceola Hills. Right over there. I don't think they're done building in there. I think there are still lots available. Let's go up this rec center and get a drive around and look at it. I've never been inside any of them. One of these days I'll do a video and I'll go inside a couple of these over here. They're all basically the same inside, but they're just designed different. As you can see, there's their bocce ball courts and there's their swimming pool. That's the entrance to get in. There's a golf course. The one thing that I'll say about the villages, and I don't really care where you buy a house, that there's plenty, well, other than the extreme north, That's one of the mistakes they've made up there, is they never put enough rec centers in to facilitate the amount of people up there. And they're always complaining about how they can't use the pool in the wintertime, and they can't get into a Zumba class, or they can't get into any recreational things there because of it being overcrowded. I hear that a lot. Down here, it does get crowded in the winter, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't recall anybody ever saying they couldn't do something. But we have more rec centers, more regional rec centers down here than they do up there. And the people up north will tell you that. They don't think they're being treated fair. They got an argument. So when I say north, I'm talking Spanish Springs area and north. So here we are now. We're heading down to the Rohan Rec Center. That's the regional rec center here. And we'll check it out. This is Osceola Hills over here to my left. That's one of the neighborhood postal stations. Remember, postal stations is where the adult pool is. Okay, now we're coming into Osceola, the village of Osceola Hills. And as you can see, they're not done in here. There's still several lots and houses for sale. There's one right there that they're working on. There's another one right here. There's nothing built in there, but they're going to build one there. There's one up here they're not done with. You can see all the trucks, all the contractor trucks. You can see all the people running around looking. There's a house going to be built right there on that corner. So there's 3 houses right there that's not finished. And he might be able to put a down payment on that corner lot or one of them lots right there. And the way it works there, you don't have to start building a house on that lot for 1 year. If you don't start the construction within that 1 year, your deposit will promptly be returned to you, and they will go down the list and sell it to the next person on the list. Building. There's whole streets of houses right there. None of them are sold. Well, I say none of them. I'll say 90% of them are not sold. They will be by the end of this winter, every one of them. And they're getting ready to build some more right there. Way over there's another big lot. So in Osceola Hills, and this is just one half of Osceola Hills. I haven't went in all the way through Osceola Hills. I've only been in here just a little while, and I have found several streets of brand new homes that are not completed, lots that are available. It's just the idea that they're pushing the village of Feeney right now, and they're pushing Southern Oaks. But the facts of it is, there's still things available here. They're not sold out yet, and the location to Brownwood here is a lot closer than Feeney or Spanish Oaks. Now, just to be fair, the day's going to come. Feeney and Spanish Oaks is probably going to have a square down the line. But it takes time to get all that done. See all these houses that are available? Look at that. There's a whole row of them. This side over here, see that? All the empty spaces right there where them cars are parked. Those ain't there for the heck of it. There's going to be houses built all in here. Every one of these will be full within a year. Within a year. Look down there. They're still building houses down there. There's one right here on the corner. Let's go to the next street. Here we are on the next street right here. Look at this. Whole street. Brand new houses. That driveway there just got poured today. Cement's still wet. All kinds of houses here. Nice houses, nice streets. Decent location to Brownwood. You're not on top of Brownwood, but it's a decent. If you take a golf cart from here to Brownwood, you got to go down the Hillsboro Trail. That's how I got here. My house to Hillsboro area is probably 7 or 8 minutes down there. From here, see all these empty lots here? Every one of them. Every one of them is available. There's more. From here, over here's some more. There's a house we're still working on. From here to my house is probably a 10 to 12 minute golf cart ride, and from my house to downtown Brownwood to the square is about 8 minutes. So just add it. That's the mathematics to take a golf cart and go down there. Take a car, I don't know how far it is time wise, but you can cut that time by, I'll say, you can be here to Brownwood by car, because you go down to get on 44. You don't need to go over the Hillsboro Trail. 44 is just right here behind me a little ways. So you get on 44, and Brownwood is right off of 44. You can be there in probably, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 minutes by car. So it's very doable. As you can see in Osceola Hills, and I've only been through part of Osceola Hills, you can see how much construction is still going on, how much is still available. There, they're not done yet. My guess is that was probably already sold, but you never know until you ask a realtor. And once again, call the Village Realty about these brand new houses. Just save yourself a bunch of time, that's all. Here we're going into Courtyard Villa areas. These are basically for part-timers, basically, not always. There's probably a 40% chance of these people living here full-time. They're beautiful. There's nothing wrong with them at all. But as you can see how they are, they're very little yard maintenance to deal with. Some have 2-car garages. This one over here has got a 1.5-car garage. So you have to be aware of that. These are 2-car over here. 1.5 car. There's a car, no, yeah, it's 1.5 car. There's a 2-car. It's just something to be aware of. And parking for your guests sometimes can be an issue. They want to park on the road, and trust me when I tell you, parking on the road in a villa area is not good. It causes a lot of problems, so just don't do it. There's the end of the street right there. That's actually your guest parking. And this right over here, this is guest parking here. Well, what happens is people that live like here or here, I'm not saying those people there are doing it, they'll have a second car, and they'll decide they don't want to take the room up in the garages. They'll park over there, and that's against the rule. All it takes is one complaint, and they'll make them move the car. and then they get mad and it just gets into a problem. There's more guest parking back there. But these courtyard villas are gorgeous. I've looked at them. They're gorgeous inside. A lot of upgrades on the inside of them. All these are stucco. You got privacy in the back because the fence goes all the way around the back area like that right there. It's just gorgeous. I mean, I could live in one of them full time as long as I had a 2-car garage. Wouldn't bother me a bit. My problem with these are, and it's just my only problem, is most of these kind of villas like this here with the 2-car garage are 3 bedrooms. Up north, the courtyard villas are more 2 bedrooms. But these 3 bedrooms, you're looking at $300,000 and up. And that's my problem. I just cannot see paying $300,000 for one of these when I can buy a really nice house for $300,000. That's just my own personal opinion. This guy's getting his house completely repainted. I hope he got approval. I'm sure he did. Surely he wouldn't go through all that expense and not get it approved. So if he didn't, they can force him to put that collar back the way it was. Okay, I'm trying to find their local rec center. A rec center around here. I haven't seen one yet. I know it's over here. Every neighborhood's got one. Like I say, I'm just not familiar with this neighborhood. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm parked a little bit ways from them. There ain't that many people playing that really know what they're doing anyway. But can you hear that? That's pickleball. In wintertime, when that sport really kicks in down here, they play like championship games a lot of the times. And these courts will be full. Right now, these people are just out here. Looks like they're just out here practicing, trying to have some fun. And that's all well and good. But as you can see, 3/4 of the court ain't even being used. They're on the second net back there. This net up here on front's not being used. This net's not being used. The one right there is not being used. That whole court over there is not being used. All the way down there, none of them are being used. When these things are going in the wintertime, and these guys that play that really know how to play, they're hitting that ball, and it makes a popping noise. So those girls aren't really hitting that ball very hard. They're not really playing the game. But that popping noise, I'm telling you, if you lived like in that house right there, or any of them right through there, it's nice to go out your backyard and to walk to the pool over here. There's nothing wrong with that. If you can stand that popping noise from early in the morning until, I don't even know what time they close these courts, dusk, 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. You got to listen to that in the wintertime all day long. And it ain't going to do you no good to cry and complain, because you know what you're buying and where you're at, and you just deal with it, because it's never going to stop. That's why we chose to buy where we're at. We can walk to this rec center. It's not very far, but I'm just far enough away where I don't hear none of this noise. Just a little heads up, that's all. And this is our neighborhood rec center, Manatee. This is where you bring the grandkids to go to the pool. This is where we bring our grandkids to go to the pool. This is where everybody brings their grandkids in our area to go to the pool. Now keep in mind, you don't have to go to your neighborhood rec center as a village resident. You're liable. You have the privilege of going to any rec center, anywhere, at any time, neighborhood rec center, and use our pool. Or any regional rec center. You can't take your kids to a regional rec center, but you can take them to any neighborhood pool in any regional or any neighborhood rec center anywhere in the villages. It's just that most people just go to the local pool, obviously, because it's just closer. Let's take a peek over here. as you can see, the kids ain't here. They're all back at school right now, so it's just another relaxing day at the pool. Let's go inside our regional rec center here and take a look and see what's what. Yeah. How are you?
Good, how are you?
It's okay if I film inside of here?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This is the entry to the Manatee Rec Center. Over here is our billiard room, as you can see. Nice billiard room. I like to play billiards. I'm not very good at it, but I like it. And you know, it's a bring whatever you want to drink in here too. I mean, it's not restricted in any way. There's a TV. I usually bring a couple of beers with me. You know, just don't come in here and act like a fool, which 99.9 people don't, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Be respectful and you're fine. I've met a lot of good guys in here, and they keep the pools in good shape. The surface is the pool tables are resurfaced like once every, I want to say every couple of years. The balls are replaced. They send them out all the time to be shined and cleaned. It's nice billiard room. And then of course there's a view of the pool for anybody that wants to bring their grandkids. This is the pool to bring them to. This is the rec center, Manatee Rec Center for the village of Hillsboro, basically, but anybody could use it that's a resident and their guests. This is a room that people use to play cards or whatever, and there's the kitchen over there. We have our social here every month, usually in that room right there. You got the door closed, so I'm assuming somebody's in there. Here's the kitchen. We set up in here all the time. That's the window that goes into that room we have our social in. It opens up. We can set food up there. Free coffee. If you come in here to look around, you can grab yourself a cup of coffee if you want. And basically what you see here is about the way all the neighborhood rec centers are set up. Let's see what they got going in here. Smash Production Nonsense, Savannah Center. Well, it looks like to me that they're practicing doing a musical comedy. Book, music, lyrics by Dan Center. Nonsense. You see that?